Experiential learning.
Fun learning, and it was very good experience.
Best part was interacting with people and knowing them more.
Scenery was mesmerizing.
The social part of the village, deeply cultural, traditional.
Adventurous and memorable.
Intriguing. Historical treasure in mountains.
Third world countries, including India, are in rapid phase of urbanization. In all such countries, the most common phenomena is urban-rural continuum. The rural areas are gradually urbanizing and getting absorbed into urban areas. It has a lot of implication on social life and architecture. Prime Minister Modi is talking about the issue of urbanization, urban-rural continuity as Rururban. Hence, 7-semester design studio of SMMCA focused on development of understanding of urbanity as against rural and its implication on urban architecture. To understand this issue, study tours for 7 semesters were planned at 3 different destinations with respect to 3 different contexts. The studio project is expected to generate a direction for further architectural development in these rural areas. There is a need to carefully balance the traditional values along with accepting the new changes. Study tours had been a regular feature of many architecture schools, including ours. We as a school has cautiously taken efforts to make them as a most enjoyable yet serious academic pursuit. Aristotle once said, "The things we have to learn before we do them, we learn by doing them." Study tours not only teach about the places visited, its people, its culture and its architecture, but the introspection initiated teach more about ourselves, our culture and our architecture too.
इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि दोस्त हर राह पे आपका साथ निभाते हैं, पर कुछ दोस्त ऐसे भी होती है जो हर राह को यादगार बना देते हैं। इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि किताबों से हटकर भी इस मंजिल की कोई कहानी है, जिसने ना जाने कब और कैसे मेरी कहानी लिख दी है। इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि राह अनजान से क्यों ना हो, लोग अनजान से क्यों ना हो, गुजरती हुई हर राह के साथ ये लोग अपने से लगने लगते हैं। इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि हर दिन एक अलग पहेली है, हर लम्हा एक अलग मज़ा, पर हर गुजरता दिन और हर गुजरता लम्हा अपनों को और करीब ले आता है। इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि ये सफ़र सिर्फ मेरा नहीं, उन ख्वाबों का भी है जो मेरे आँखों में कुछ खास लोगों की दुआ है। इस सफ़र में मैंने जाना कि मंजिल चाहे कितनी भी लंबी हो, कट तो जाती ही है, पर अगर साथ हंसी हो तो मंजिल और भी हंसी हो जाती है। इस सफ़र में मैंने यही जाना है।
Nepal, like India, being the developing country, offers wider scope in experimenting the development patterns for the continuity and interdependence of cities, villages for resources and manpower. Bhungmati and Kokna are the 2 villages near Kathmandu selected for the study.
You can see temples, structures, parties means rest houses, and all those structures are truly they come from the culture, festivals.
Our traditional house has been included in greenhouses. Greenhouse in winter season will become warm, so no need of any ventilation. Yeah, the building materials as such. Yeah, like we use only local available building materials like brick, mud-made brick. Even the binding materials, yeah, that's also mud, and the timber, mostly timber.
Kathmandu is the city with 7 World Heritage Sites. Darbar squares are the royal complexes built by kings in competition with each other and are architecture marvels in bricks and wood. The tiered roofs and the spatial hierarchy is so mesmerizing that they remain most popular urban spaces even today. The on-site studies and documentation of experiences were done in groups. The various heads under which work was subdivided include socio-economic pattern, settlement planning, infrastructure, open spaces, traditional and modern houses, public building of 2 selected villages, and urban vernacular architecture in Kathmandu.
This was the evolution we found, and according to settlement history, firstly, this is the village and this is the temple and this is the fort. People's priestly people. It was divided into 4 castes as our Indian is divided. The upper caste priestly and same. So priestly usually stay here.
The continuity of brick facades as a response to seismic resistance and sloping chhajja give a distinct identity to the villages. The settlement planning of villages evolved in response to topography, climate, and most importantly, earthquake resistance.
The main open space, that is the Rudraini Mandir, Rudraini temple shop. It is the center and it's the tallest building you can say in the village. So if you stand in any other place, you can see that temple. It is an unplanned place. Only the parties, like the temple is situated in one corner and there is a party opposite to it for the people to gather and worship.
In these villages, open spaces are very active social spaces with distinct hierarchy. The spaces are used for all sort of public activities and even very private activities such as washing and bathing. As one moves in these villages, spaces unfold as a surprise element, and the scale and sense of enclosure in these spaces is very human. They have peculiar names as well, such as Baha, Bhai, Nani, and many more.
खोखरा एंड मोमबत्ती की उसमें से हमने जो मेन जो बिल्डिंग्स थी, ट्रेडिशनल बिल्डिंग्स थी, वो गुत्थी था। उसमें से हमने खोखरा में 3 गुत्थी स्टडी की थी, जानबू गुत्थी, था गुत्थी और सना गुत्थी। तो ये जो गुत्थीस थे इसमें ग्रिड प्लानिंग हुआ था और वुडन मेंबर्स रूफिंग के लिए और कॉलम्स के लिए यूज़ हुआ था, और जो प्लिंथ लेवल था वो फिक्स नहीं था। और ये जो गुत्थीस थी यहाँ पे मेनली सारे ओकेजन्स होते थे और इसका जो था रेंट वगैरह वो सब मेंटेनेंस के लिए यूज़ होता था।
There are many public buildings, but the most peculiar one is the party. These parties were used as resting places in olden times when people traveled long distances from one village to another.
Zoning, vertical zoning only होती थी, always in the lowest floor, that is on the ground floor. There are occupation spaces and living space on the subsequent upper floors. On the uppermost floor,
Activities and the character of the space in which the activities were held. The passages Basically, the narrow lanes, they connected all the houses.
That is, there is a gathering place for Dudhmara and for Pandasara. For Dudhmara, there is a chowk at the entrance. They gather there, villagers gather there, and functions also happen over there.
There is a vertical zoning in the houses, which we find gradually changing in modern houses due to modern lifestyles and beliefs. The most noticed belief is that the room for gods should be at the top floor, so as to establish a relationship with the gods above. Secondly, tiered temples should be the highest structure, and all residential building heights are intentionally kept lower than the temple.
Fed by surface water or aqueducts are there, and it is refilled by aqueducts, and rainwater refills the surface water. So from there, water comes from here, and yeah, it is 20 to 50 centimeter long.
This is the real challenge students need to address through their proposed designs.
Terrifying, horrifying thing about this trip was the anticipation to go to Mr. Bassnett and talk to him about the Newari traditional architecture. हमने बस उनको blind faith से एक humanitarian experience या फिर एक humanitarian faith की वजह से उन्हें एक email किया, and he replied with such an elaborate, extensive confidence कि उस चीज़ से ये सीखने मिला कि when you take a first step, when you try to take a first step into an unknown, you might fall, but there's always a chance that you might, there might be a road ahead.
It was observed that not only in these Nepali villages but in Unkal near Hubli, most of the young generation wants to continue to live in villages in spite of having highly urban lifestyle.
So they prefer to stay in this sort of area. Like this Bhumati is not totally rural, not totally urban. It's a suburban, yeah, because you can also find some vehicle routes here, and you can also find a modern facility here. And it's naturally very much blessed place. Yeah? The climate is very much suitable, and you can also visit different places here, where you can enjoy the natural.
Reason being that the life in villages is peaceful and environment is pollution free. It's a great learning moment. That means villages need not to be completely transformed as urban areas. The positive development in villages by provision of proper infrastructure, education and health facilities without disturbing much of its humane environment is what we need to address as planners and designers.
Although people are dependent on cities for education, employment, healthcare facilities, but still they prefer to stay back in the village as they get peace of mind over there, and they are very deep-rooted to their traditions and culture.
After
So
the
they
documentation,
prefer to stay back
the
in
discussion on urban-rural continuum brought forward the following fact that to promote appropriate socio-economic developments in villages, reinforcement of knowledge base and skill development is essential. Hence the studio projects now deals in research and training center. It was realized that the notion of comfort, privacy and need are quite different in the villagers. So the architecture of the proposed center has to adopt a more sensitive, user-centric approach for setting an appropriate architectural trend for rural-urban areas. This concludes the urban-rural architectural case study presentation.
बड़ा पहाड़, इतना बड़ा पहाड़, पहाड़ पे पेड़, पेड़ पे टहनियों पे पत्ते,